ready to go out there and slay another day. Never in my life have I felt so myself. This is who I was actually meant to be.
Taylor Swift just dropped a hidden wedding clue disguised as a record store announcement, and the timing is too perfect to ignore. On that exact same day, her ex-boyfriend revealed plans to dominate Netflix, Saturday Night Live, and a massive world tour, while the word Swiftie officially entered the dictionary. Coincidence? Fans don't think so. March 2nd, 2026 turned out to be one of the most unbelievable days of this entire era, and fans are still trying to process everything that happened. Let's break it down. It all started when Taylor Nation made a surprise announcement. Taylor Swift will be releasing a limited edition 7-inch vinyl of Elizabeth Taylor for Record Store Day 2026. But this isn't just any vinyl release. The special pressing is called the Cry My Eyes Violet Glitter Pressing, named after a lyric from the song. The record features stunning black and white collectible cover art and includes an exclusive B-side titled So Glamorous, Cabaret Version. And here's the twist. This B-side is a completely new theatrical reimagining of the track that no one has heard before. There's only one way to get it. The vinyl will be available exclusively in person at independent record stores on April 18th. No online sales, no pre-orders, no major retailers. You either show up that day or you miss it. At first glance, this looks like Taylor simply supporting independent record stores, something she's done many times during Record Store Day. But when fans started looking closer at the details, things suddenly became a lot more interesting. The song she chose is Elizabeth Taylor, and that name carries serious meaning. Elizabeth Taylor wasn't just a legendary Hollywood icon, she was also famous for her larger-than-life weddings, having been married 8 times and becoming synonymous with glamorous, dramatic bridal moments. Out of all the tracks on the album, Taylor chose this one to release as a standalone vinyl, and the timing? Even more suspicious. The release is happening exactly 56 days before her own rumored wedding. Then fans noticed the aesthetic details. The vinyl itself is purple and blue glitter. The artwork channels classic black and white old Hollywood glamour, and the B-side is literally titled So Glamorous. Put it all together, and the entire release feels dripping with bridal symbolism. Naturally, fans immediately started connecting the dots. Some are now speculating that Elizabeth Taylor could become the 3rd official single from her album, Life of a Showgirl, following the massive hits Fate of Oilia and Opalite, both of which went #1. If that happens, it would give Taylor 3 chart-topping singles from the same album, all arriving right in the lead-up to her wedding. And knowing Taylor Swift, fans believe none of this timing is accidental.
Good job, everyone. Mostly dog.
When the album first dropped, the track debuted at #3 on the charts, proving that the demand for it was already massive. And if this new vinyl pressing triggers the kind of sales spike that Taylor's Record Store Day releases usually create, the song could easily climb back onto the charts again. And speaking of charts, Life of a Showgirl is still dominating the music world. As of this week, both Fate of Oilia and Opalite are still sitting comfortably inside the global top 10. In fact, Opalite hit #1 just 2 weeks ago, tying Taylor Swift with the 3rd most #1 singles in chart history. The album itself has been unstoppable. Life of a Showgirl spent 12 weeks at #1 and was officially confirmed as the best-selling album worldwide in 2025. That achievement made Taylor the first artist ever to top the global chart in back-to-back years. And the numbers are even crazier when you look closer. Despite having only 3 months of eligibility in the 2025 calendar year, the album still managed to move around 6 million units globally. It also led worldwide rankings in both pure album sales and vinyl performance. Now, 6 months after its release, the album is still the biggest thing happening in music. But that wasn't even the biggest headline of the day, because on the exact same day as the vinyl announcement, the word Swiftie was officially added to the dictionary. The term, created by fans and long associated with Taylor's global fanbase, was included in the Winter Language Update, which added over 1,500 new words to the English lexicon. Taylor actually trademarked the term back in 2017, but now it's officially recognized as a legitimate word in the English language. Sure, other words were added in the same update, like copium and glamazon, but let's be honest, Swiftie is the only one people are really going to remember. And the timing of all this feels almost too perfect. Her fans have officially become a dictionary word. Her rumored wedding song is being turned into a collectible vinyl. Her album is still dominating the charts. And at the exact same time, her ex-boyfriend is preparing the biggest comeback of his career. Because this is where the story takes another huge turn. On the very same day Taylor announced the Elizabeth Taylor vinyl, Harry Styles revealed that his entire new album concert film is coming to Netflix. And suddenly, one day in March turned into one of the most dramatic pop culture moments of the entire era. And this is where the story gets even bigger. Harry Styles is kicking off a massive new era with a huge announcement. He revealed that he'll be performing his entire fourth studio album live in one night at the same venue where the Brit Awards recently took place, Co-op Live in Manchester. The performance is scheduled for March 6th, the exact same day the album officially drops. But that's only the beginning. Just 2 days later, on March 8th, the entire concert will be streamed globally on Netflix as a special event titled One Night in Manchester. This marks a huge milestone for Harry because it will be his very first concert film ever released on a streaming platform. And the momentum doesn't stop there. Only 1 week later, on March 14th, Harry will take over one of television's most iconic stages when he hosts and performs on Saturday Night Live. With a brand new album, a global Netflix concert special, and a major TV appearance all happening within days of each other, Harry's comeback is shaping up to be one of the biggest pop culture moments of the year.
So great to be here hosting Saturday Night Live for the first time.
Not only is he returning to Madison Square Garden for the record-breaking 30 shows, but he's also going to be back on this legendary New York stage.
After that, Harry Styles will kick off a massive world tour, starting with an incredible 30-day residency at Madison Square Garden, one of the most iconic venues in the world.
50 shows in 7 different global cities. We're going to go over to Europe here. Yes, okay, this is what we thought we were seeing. The beginning of this Together apparently is going to be in Amsterdam. The date, May 16th. My messy writing there, but May 16th.
Meanwhile, Harry Styles is in full pop star comeback mode. Between a global Netflix special, a high-profile appearance on Saturday Night Live, massive world tours, and brand new choreography debuting on stage, his entire career is shifting into high gear again. At the same time, Taylor Swift is dominating a completely different lane. Both of them are operating at the absolute peak of their worlds, but those worlds don't intersect anymore. And the level of cultural impact Taylor has right now is almost unbelievable. In fact, the mayor of a major city recently pointed to her The Eras Tour as proof that his city could successfully handle the massive crowds expected for the FIFA World Cup this summer. Think about that for a second. Taylor Swift's concerts are literally being used as real-world evidence that a city can manage the logistics, traffic, and crowds required to host the biggest sporting event on the planet. That's the scale of influence we're talking about.
It's a special surprise from us here at NGL. Me and the girls, we actually adopted a giant river otter at the Philadelphia Zoo in your name.
First of all, big zoo guy. Uncle Trav, this is amazing.
That's for you.
He wants one specifically whose life he saved, who knows that he saved its life.
Feels, yes.
It's a really specific type of otter he's looking for. He wants to see an otter, and the otter's like, my paw's caught in a shell. And he's like, I got you.
Every time I go past some sort of like creek or river, in my mind, there's an otter standing up on a rock waving to me. Like, I've had dreams like this. This is crazy. It's just like, I just know they're like the...
Meanwhile, Harry Styles is in full pop star comeback mode. Between a global Netflix special, a high-profile appearance on Saturday Night Live, massive world tours, and brand new choreography debuting on stage, his entire career is shifting into high gear again. At the same time, Taylor Swift is dominating a completely different lane. Both of them are operating at the absolute peak of their worlds. But those worlds don't intersect anymore. And the level of cultural impact Taylor has right now is almost unbelievable. In fact, the mayor of a major city recently pointed to her The Eras Tour as proof that his city could successfully handle the massive crowds expected for the FIFA World Cup this summer. Think about that for a second. Taylor Swift's concerts are literally being used as real-world evidence that a city can manage the logistics, traffic, and crowds required to host the biggest sporting event on the planet. That's the scale of influence we're talking about.
Remember this again. We already have a robust public safety matrix for events like Taylor Swift's concert, Beyonce's concert. So we already have a very, very robust police and public safety presence, but that's going to be augmented by federal public safety presence as well. Okay. So we're going to definitely have everything in check. On an individual basis, a Super Bowl would be, but this is going to be like having a series of Super Bowls in 1 month.
And the timing of everything only makes the story even bigger. The FIFA World Cup is set to begin shortly after the rumored June 13th wedding, with Taylor Swift reportedly even having a role in the preparations surrounding the event. So when you lay out her summer timeline, it looks almost perfectly scripted. First comes Record Store Day 2026 on April 18th, when the exclusive Elizabeth Taylor glitter vinyl drops in independent record stores. Then, on June 11th, Taylor is honored with induction into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, one of the most prestigious recognitions any songwriter can receive. Just 2 days later, on June 13th, fans believe her long-rumored wedding could finally take place. And shortly after that, the World Cup kicks off, launching one of the biggest global events of the year. All of this is happening while her album Life of a Showgirl continues to dominate the charts, and while Harry Styles is simultaneously touring the world during his own massive comeback era. But here's the thing fans keep coming back to. That Elizabeth Taylor vinyl doesn't feel like just another record store release. It feels like a breadcrumb. Because if there's one thing people know about Taylor Swift by now, it's that she rarely does anything without intention. She chose a song named after Elizabeth Taylor, one of the most iconic brides in Hollywood history. She pressed it on glitter vinyl, paired it with a glamorous theatrical B-side, and scheduled the release exactly 56 days before the rumored wedding date. And the fact that the word Swiftie officially entered the dictionary that very same day, that almost feels like the final cherry on top. Step back and look at the pattern, and it starts to feel unmistakable. Taylor isn't just dropping random announcements. She's building towards June 13th the same way she builds towards everything else in her career. One perfectly timed detail at a time.
Invited you to her wedding.
I can say nothing.
That means it's happening.
I've signed so many NDAs.
That is very, very exciting, and I'm very much looking forward to coming with you.
Over my husband's dead body.
I'll talk to my Taylor about this a few times, but she grew up in the country world in Nashville and in high school and coming up, and she raves about how together they are, how they maneuver on tour and stuff like that. She was underneath a lot of these big country singers.
Are you looking forward to the, mother-son dance at the wedding?
Oh, I'm sure it'll be interesting.
Oh, yeah?
Sure.
Did you have to sign an NDA, even though you're the mother?
No. No, they know I can keep it secret.
Okay.
And honestly, at this point, we wouldn't expect anything less from Taylor Swift. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.